Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders. Let me show you something cool, and then we'll get into this. This is crude oil, right? A few days back in my videos, my nightly videos, then a few days later, a few days back still, I did a webinar for Metastock, and I said crude oil has a target, and that target is 75. We were trading around 82, 83. I don't think we broke this day yet. I think that wasn't there. We were sitting up here. We pulled a target of 75, and look what happened. I mean, wow, bingo, right to 75. It broke through the 200 ball moving average like it wasn't there and went right to our 75 target. Now, crude oil trading this low, I promise you, is going to send the stock market up. Crude being this cheap, you heard it here, is going to send the stock market up. It's now just a matter of time. It's not will it. It will. It's a matter of time. Crude being this cheap is a boon. It's a buoy. It's a boost. It's a catalyst. It's an infusion. It's anything that you can think of that would help a crowd, that would help a market. Cheap crude or cheaper crude is that. It's a stimulus for everyone, for every company, all at the same time across the planet. So this looking like this, coupled with this, T-bonds are in play. I promise you, T-bonds are in play. Check this out. The T-bonds, my friends, are in play. OMNI likes them. I like them. T-bonds are going higher. We can buy dips in T-bonds, at least for trading on Thursday. And if T-bonds are going up, that means interest rates are going down. That's an inherent relationship, and Jerome Powell does not have to say a word for interest rates to go down. If traders or even the Fed buy bonds and bonds go up, it automatically makes interest rates go down. That is absolute. That's what happens. So you've got crude oil cracking. You've got bonds rallying, which means interest rates are dropping. I promise you that means this bad boy is going to go up. The OMNI S&P, maybe not tomorrow, right? It might not happen on Thursday, but Friday, Monday, Tuesday into next week, what you just seen happen with bonds going up and crude going down will force the stock market to go higher no matter what it does on Thursday. That, I promise you, it will happen. That's what happens. It's an inherent relationship. It just takes a little time. It's not if, it's when ES goes back up because of bonds going up and crude going down. That does work. See me in my chat room live with Oscar.com if you need more of an explanation. Traders, remember how risky trading is. Risky, risky, risky. Never trade without putting your stops in. Put them in first. This video is your 2665th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar, coming at you on a Wednesday afternoon. So make sure you're paying attention. Look what else there is. See how on the OMNI S&P, you've got a few things happening. You are above this 50-bar moving average, which most times gives you trouble. We are above it for a few days now. We are also in the possibility of an Oscarism F flag building right here. Right? You can see that that's very possibly an F flag. If you guys know me and what an F flag is, this could be an F flag building. That means we should be able to stay inside that F flag for a little while. Let's make the whole thing black just so it's less confusing. So there's an F flag. Some of it is above the big channel. It's also above the 50-bar moving average, which keeps us in check. So far, so good, but the OMNI arrow is neutral, sorry to say, for trading ES for Thursday. I have a neutral OMNI for trading ES on Thursday in OMNI S&P and NASDAQ. It's not neutral in Russell, so I may get a Russell trade, but it is neutral in S&P and NASDAQ. I just wanted to point out the larger analysis looking at us right now, staring us in the face. Now, if, of course, S&P heads back down, has a down day, decides to close below the channel, let's pretend that's tomorrow's day, decides to close below the channel, below the flag, below the 50-ball moving average, then I think we have an answer to our question mark. But that's not what's happening right now, right? That would only be someone thinking, that could happen. What's happening now is we're in an F flag. We're above the long-term resistance line, which is now support if you're above it. We are above the 50-ball moving average in the F flag. Liking that, let's look at NASDAQ. Look at NASDAQ. Once again, it usually fails here, failed, right? It hits and drops, gets close, drops, hits, drops, hits, drops, hits, drops, hits and gets above. That's different, kids. That's what the question mark's for. That's not usual. We pay attention now. We're also above the 50-ball moving average. I'm doing this video to help all of you out there. I hope you're paying attention. So, being that shorting was dangerous at the bottom of this channel, and usually getting long is dangerous at the top of this channel, we are above it. We need to pay attention, and you've got another Oscarism F flag building here as well. So, some weirdly shaped, but Oscarism F flag building here. And you would make this your pole. So we've got that happening on two indices charts. They are neutral at the moment, but you never know what can happen there. And I want you to take it a little bit bigger, a little bit bird's eye view, longer term view, forest from the trees view of your NASDAQ. NASDAQ, last time it did anything crazy, it pulled all the way down to the 200-ball moving average, held, built a bull flag, and exploded into a flagpole, which looks like it built a new bull flag, and look where it is right now. Let me blow that up for you. That's where NASDAQ's trading right now, if that's a big bull flag on the weekly bar, which is important. And it did work back here, as you can see. And you are in some kind of an upward trajectory, as you can clearly see with this guy. Right, so we're in an upward trajectory. Let's make that solid. I don't like the way that looks. We're in an upward trajectory. This possibly is a bull flag right here. It looks very much like this one, only bigger. If it's bigger, it's going to go up further. So we'll see what happens there. The Fed has talked about slowing down on rates, so there's a fundamental out there telling us that we should go higher. Crude, another fundamental, has dropped below 77. It's 75. That tells us we should go higher. T-bonds have rallied to the 115 handle. They were at 107 last week. That tells us we should go higher. It is a matter of time, kids. Just get ready. Thanks for tuning in. Come join me at livewithoscar.com. See me in my trading room. I'll help you out. We can go over this video and discuss it further. And then remember to keep your emotions out of trading. You want to know how? Say this to yourselves over and over again. Are you with me, kids? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. That is the truth, traders. Make sure you live it, and I will see you at my website, livewithoscar.com.